Okay, so now you can try to draw another buildings like this one, for example. So let's say we do this one. Which would be number two. N'importe quoi. Alex.
Ah, clic derecho. Le pones en todo.
I'm unable to find. I'm unable to do it.
You can see.
I am too.
I am able to find this photo. I could not find it.
You're supposed to name your file. I am too.
Okay, so I must save it first.
Not this. When you did that layer, when you did the layer that I showed you, you have to save it as.
Okay, so I have to create a layer, shape file layer here. What should I do? Nothing. File name.
Select there, choose where you want to save it, then name it here as IMT.
Okay, it's in which folder?
Folder you want to put it. You're saving a file.
Okay, we are saving it. Okay. IMP. Okay. So I saved it then.
And you're supposed to write here num.
Name.
Num.
No. Okay.
You add it to fields list. Then reduce the size of your window.
Okay, then.
Reduce the size of your window.
Okay, the size of the window. Okay.
So that you can press OK.
Okay.
Well,
Why?
under
What happened?
Press OK.
Okay.
Okay.
yes.
Okay, now
I okayed it, and after that it was bad.
show you here. You have to do it again.
Okay.
You have to do it again if it's
I made a mistake. For example, if you, I just hide here. Let's say, for example, it's not well drawn here. I want to adapt. So no problem. So first, maybe to help me, I can just change the symbol to avoid to have a fill color. So I will just remove this, and let's say the color of the line, the stroke, will be red, for example. Or maybe I can increase the size. Okay, so I have my three buildings, and I want to edit, in fact, uh, this polygon because I want to add or change here the points. So you just have to click here on this tool, vertex tool, and if you select your points or segments, you can change like this. You can also, if you select one, so if you draw like a rectangle like this, you select one vertex, you can remove the vertex like this. If you make a double click on the line, you will add a new point. And if you click on one point, you can move it like this. So you can try. It's more easy to do instead of explaining. So if you click on one point, so you can see that there is like a red circle. You can move it. You can change the place of the point. If you click on one segment, you can move the segment. If you
No. I have made
that's
small.
because I changed the symbology.
Did you
If
do this one? You're supposed to.
to do so, you just have to go to the
Fix
property.
Okay.
So property,
But the
and
OK
here
is not working.
in the single symbol,
Is there anything?
Okay, geometry.
you just click here, simple fill, and files fill style. You click on no brush,
Okay, now
and
what
then you
should I
can
do?
just increase the size, the width of the stroke.
On the map.
It will be easier for you to see the line. Here, you just increase the value. Right?
I'll
So-
click something.
If you make a double click on the segment, you will add
IMT and
points,
scan 25.
Here somewhere?
right? Droppings,
As I click only
and
IMT and scan 25, I'll click every other thing.
you have to click
I
here
have
on
clicked
this
on
segment.
it. Okay. Just do it. Do it. What are you saying? I don't
And
understand.
this way you will be able to remove, add, move points or segments of your geometry. So you can try maybe to have something more accurate, for example. Anyway, still we started the
Don't have scan 25.
layer. In the table, we can also make some
No, I can
modification.
25.
So here, for example, I have the table. I wrote labs, for example. No, it's not labs, it's laboratory. Let's say. So you can just make your modification like this. So in the same way, you can edit the table and edit the layer. And let's say now, okay, I have two columns, ID and name, but I want to add one information about the buildings. Let's say, for example, I don't know if it's public or not. If the external people are allowed or not to enter this building. Let's say. Okay, so in the table, I have some tools to edit the table, like here, adding a new column, new field. So because we are in edition mode, we can do this. We can add a new column, and let's say, for example, public. And so here we can choose the type of column we want to have. It can be integer, decimal, text, date, or boolean. It's okay for you? You've heard about this, the different type of information we can have. Okay, integer, decimal, also called double or real, text, string, and date are boolean. Let's say here we will say it will be a boolean. Yes or no? It's public. Press OK. And now, for example, the main one, let's say it will be public. The annex will be no public, and the lab, no. Let's say, just to illustrate. Right? So you just click here on new field. So you have to open the table. Ça marche pas? Some of you don't have boolean even if you scroll, no? Okay. You are both on Apple. Maybe you have to pay Apple to have the boolean extension.
Pascal 25, you're not supposed to select everything. Just the ones with G. So at the end.
Yeah, so this is it, right? Isn't it the same?
C'est pas grave, tu mets.
Select everything.
You can
No,
like
I
text
didn't.
or what you want.
Okay, so now you can find ends. The sand is around this river.
Yeah, I know.
So in the same way, so we added a new column. You can also remove one column. And we can also use the power of GIS in fact to calculate for us some information like about the geometry, like the area, for example, because we don't know the area of this building, but we can ask QGIS to compute it for us. So still in the table, we can click here on this icon, open field calculator. So this icon here, open field calculator, right? So here we have this panel, and we have the option between creating a new column or updating an existing column that has already been created, which can be empty or not. If it's empty, it will fill with the information. If there is already some information, it will remove everything and replace by his own information. So be careful if you update an existing column.
Okay.
Right? So here in our case, we want to create a new column. So we let it like this. So the output field name will be, for example, area. And it will be double, a decimal number. Right? So area, decimal number. Now I want to compute the area of my buildings I just created before. So to do so, I will use the search engine and I will say area. And you can see that there is various possibility. For each of them, you have a description here. So it will help you to use the appropriate one. So here, return the area of the current feature. The area created by this function between both the okay, seems nice. So what is the two areas? Sorry? What is the two areas? This one is only for polygons objects. Yeah, in fact, you have different functions that can do more or less things and similar. Okay, so now if you, I will just check, think it should be okay. Okay. You press OK, and you have the area of your building. Yes, the dollar area.
Okay, now how can I
The unit
make the red
yeah, square meter. Okay, it's working.
Yes.
So you can see that in a very easy way you can produce information by
That one is
yourself, but
supposed to
also
show. I don't know
using
why it's not
spatial
showing.
function or not only spatial function. It can be mathematical function, it can be logical function. There is many functions in this panel here. You can see here all the functions that are listed. You can extract information on the text value, for example, or all right. So it's okay for you?
I have some problem. Mm, I was trying to make the polygon, but when I click on it, it doesn't work.
Yeah, because you have to start the edition. So where is your layer?
My layer
Is here?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have to start first the edition. So make a right click and toggle editing. And once done, you can see that you have your tool here to draw. Now you can draw the polygon. Yeah. Or no need to draw everything, but just to try and then make a right click.
Okay.
Close, make a right click.
Okay.
No, yeah. And then fill one or and then
Okay, and for the norm, IMD or just null?
It's what you want. In fact, it can be main, Toto, Tata. It's just to illustrate. We don't care. Okay.
Okay. Okay, got it. Then
You have to because you made this too.
okay.
No, separate. This is one, this is two.
This is one, this is two.
We can do the break if you want.
One, two, three.
Okay, okay.
Finish earlier. Yeah, maybe that we can, so we can go
It's up to you.
to the men's. No.
And we finish at 12, for example.
Here the
Okay,
ID
it's
shall
okay
I
for me.
make
It's up to
two
you.
different IDs?
Yeah, they rename it.
Yes, if you want. You prefer? Yes. Yes. Um, okay. So we saw how to edit. So we can edit both on the map file, so the geometry. Can also edit into the table to produce your layer. So of course here we made we selected we choose sorry polygon information, but if you choose point or line string, you will have different options. I will show you just after. So now we make our modification. So now the next step is to save our results. So you have two possibilities. The first one is here to click on this blue floppy, save edit. So in this way, you will save directly. Or you can also leave the edition mode and it will ask you, okay, you made some modification. Do you want to save them before leaving? Okay. So let's say, yes, I want to save it. And here you can see that there is no yellow pane. You can see here when you are in edition mode, you have this icon about this yellow pen, right? Okay, so just to show you very quickly, you can do the same if you want. We can create a layer, a line string layer, for example. So go back to layer, create a layer, and new shapefile layer. And let's say we will name it roads, for example. And instead of polygon, will be, of course, line string. Yeah. It's for the encoding. So as I said, if you are using special characters, in France, for example, there are accents, and I don't know, for example, in Germany, they have what they call S set, we have the symbol. So in many different languages, you have specific characters, and some of them need a specific encoding. The default one is PTF8, but there is various. There is a lot of, especially for languages coming from Asia, for example, things like this. They need specific encoding. If you don't choose them, you will have a weird translation of the text value. Okay? Yes, it's the standard one, and where you can check most of the languages. Okay, so just to illustrate, so okay, just line string, and that's it. Just to show you. So press Escape. So I have my roads here, so I can change the symbology to see it very clearly. Like when I will draw it. And so now you know how to do it. You have to make a right click, toggle editing, and we can start drawing roads. So here we can see that instead of drawing polygons, we have add line picker, and you can start. One parameter. Try to draw different roads. Did you create the image earlier? Created in one sort of rows. And now, for example, let's say we want to determine the length of each of them. The length of each of them. So have you any ideas how to do it? Yes, exactly. So you can do it. I let you find a way, and then I will show you. So if you remember how we did for the area, you can do the same just here for the length. So how we did it. Calculer longueur. Dans les. Faut juste rajouter une colonne. Yeah, with one of the border. Yes, 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 yes.
Okay. How is it able for this? The table thing we did.
Tu es caché, je pense. En fait, tu es caché
And
derrière
here
ton 25.
we have to do what?
25, tu vois ce que je veux dire?
You can name just adapt.
Peut-être aussi, tu arrives au-dessus. Voilà. Ah, tu vois, tes routes sont un peu.
Then we added another.
I didn't explain, but in fact, in the layer, layer part here, the one which is on the top will be displayed on the top of the map. And the last one will be on the bottom, okay? So it means that sometimes you are editing, but you are not seeing everything. That's because your scan 25 is on the top of the layer you are editing. You have to change the order so that you will see the layer that you are editing. Right? Pardon? Oui, c'est normal, parce que là, on avait fait au plus simple, juste une colonne, mais on pouvait faire ce qu'on voulait, mais là, c'était pour faire simple.
Professor, Professor, I face one problem whenever I was putting the scan files, like I wanted to make a group, but it came under another
Okay.
this is the problem. How can we ungroup it? Yeah.
So, in fact, so maybe you can. So you mean, for example, this one, they're okay?
Yeah, this one is okay, but like these, I wanted to make a
Yeah. You want to put them in the scan 25.
yeah.
So you just have to select them, like. No.
It's a French keyboard, so you can.
So, where is your left? It's here. You just have to drag and drop like this.
Okay.
The same for this one.
Okay.
And if you want to leave the group, to remove from the I think you have too much.
Yeah, I have just messed it up because of the whole thing.
Yeah.
We should.
For example, if you want to extract it from the group, you can just drag and, for example, you can see the line here.
Okay.
You can see here, for example, if you put here, it will be between department and Scan 25.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay. Great.
and like this. Here you will be inside. Here you will be on top, like this. Okay.
Okay. And if you click on this group one,
Yeah.
uh,
You want to remove it
no,
or
no,
no?
the region, the region,
Yeah.
went inside it
Ah,
because of
okay, okay. So
yeah.
okay, so you just have to click
Okay.
and put it like this.
Okay.
Ah, but yeah, it's okay.
Okay, thank you. And like for deleting it, we just have to remove group from here.
Yes, you can.
photo.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you don't use
Okay,
it.
thank you.
So I created three
Yeah.
and I calculated then I decided to add another row. And the length isn't showing up. I need to do it again. Show them.
Yeah, you want to update, in fact. So in this case, you have to go back because you created the number one, the number four after. Okay, so you have to go back here, and then instead of creating, you will say update existing column. And look here, you will select the one, and then you will have to enter again the function you used. It's like thank you, my love. Okay, so to create to calculate the length, we will have to go in the table. We will create a new column, name length or total data, what you want, in fact, just for you. It will be decimal, and then we will use the field calculator. Then we will oh yes, okay. Here in this case, I already created the column, but just before when we computed the area of buildings, we created on the fly the column. So just to show you that it works in both cases. So here we have a column which is empty, okay, because I created just before. And then, yeah, instead of creating, I will update existing column. So here, update existing field. I will select length, and then I will search to length. So here we have a lot of different functions, and I will choose $length, return the length of the live string, double click, okay, and that's it.
The length is
Then,
not
so I didn't mention, but it's like in Excel or something like this. You can click to sort on the column. So you will sort ascending and descending. So sometimes
You haven't
you can use
created your
if you want to have the
I
longest
did.
row, for example. And if you click on it, you will see where the
Did you right
so
click
for
on
me,
it?
this is this one.
Yeah.
Then you enter
Where
the
it is.
numbers.
Where it is. I created it.
Okay.
It's gone again. I think it's gone. It's gone. I did it, but now it's not here. I don't know where it is.
Oui, ok. Parce qu'en fait, tu as créé ta route après avoir déjà calculé pour la première, c'est ça? Donc en fait, là, tu vas devoir la mettre à jour encore une fois. Donc c'est ce que j'ai expliqué tout à l'heure. Donc là, tu vas devoir. En fait, ça se met pas à jour automatiquement parce que en fait, il garde pas la contrainte. Donc en gros, tu vas devoir recommencer l'opération du flux calculateur. Tu vas lui redire que tu veux mettre à jour la même colonne et tu recommences. Et donc ça veut dire que là, en fait, en fait, il va écraser du coup même celle qu'il avait déjà calculée avant. Donc si c'est les mêmes valeurs, enfin, ça va. Mais des fois, il faut faire gaffe parce que des gens, des fois, ils mettent à jour une colonne dans laquelle il y avait déjà des valeurs et puis en fait, bah, c'est perdu, quoi. Elles sont écrasées, quoi. Tu vois ce que je veux dire? Donc là, si tu recommences, donc là, tu remets $next. statue, ok? Et voilà, c'est.
I created here.
Voilà. Et du coup, c'est vrai qu'il n'y a pas de.
So
C'est pas un
the
truc genre,
lens
il
now.
sait que pour telle colonne, il doit appliquer à chaque fois, à chaque nouvelle valeur automatiquement cette formule-là. Non, ça marche pas comme ça. C'est vraiment du one shot et après, lui, il perd la mémoire en fait. Pourquoi?
You write the name of the field,
Roads.
Len,
Okay, then. Len.
and he changed the address to decimal.
Decimal.
Ok.
Then here is search results. Search.
Okay, here. Length.
Okay. So now donc, we saw how to
Length.
edit
Okay.
new geometry
So which
layers.
this one? Apply.
Yeah, something
Yeah,
I forgot
okay,
to mention.
so,
But,
okay.
I told you in the previous tour that for QGIS we have the information about the coordinate system which is used on the actual map. So maybe you saw here, there is something here which is written EGN Lambert 93. So here it means that the project is in Lambert 93, right? If you click on it, you have the list of all the possible coordinate reference system, and you can see that for each of them you have the PSG code I told you before, right? And here you have the one you recently used, and the default one in each project when you open by default it's always WGS 84. So this is the 4326. And depending on the one you will choose, of course, your information will be represented in different ways. Just to show you, if you choose this one, maybe we will see. I don't know about the raster, but let's see if it works. Okay, so here I will just to show you. Sorry. You can see the shape of France in when we are in the world system WGS 84. When France is like this. Okay. Why, if we use Lambert 93, the shape is not the same. Okay. So you have to be careful about that. Depending on the system you are using, the representation is not the same. And yes. So in France, we prefer to use this one. Okay. So we have our layers here. So we can stop the edition and save. Okay. So now I wanted to show you something about the way we can to create a map and to export your map. So if you unselect this, let's go back. For example, we made an analysis about departments. I don't know what this. Okay, so if you remember for the department, we made this analysis. In the property, we make categorized on the insert column, for example, right? And we have this kind of, let's say this map is very nice for us, and we want to export it. We insert into your report or your presentation behind your boss, or okay. So we will make a map. So to do so, we just have to go to project and new print layout. Project new print layout. Control P. Okay. So now you just have to give a name to this new print layout. So markup. What you want. It's just a way to recognize the different print layouts we will create. And you will have this new panel, right? So here, let's say this is the A4 format paper sheet, and we will add the different components of the map we want. So first, we will add the map, the content of the map. So here we have, so it's project new print layout. So first we will add the map. So we have here an icon, add map. Increase the size. So add map. So here you can just draw a rectangle, for example, like this, and you have the map. All right. Then you have the possibility, for example, to draw text. So add label here, and you will have the title, for example. So here, for example, it would be carte. Add label. Okay.
Oh God, it's so difficult. Complex things.
Let's go.
How to write because
Okay. Now here add map.
I think like go back to the map. I'm going to put a stamp in the government and then add the map.
Add label. Yes. So you can add label, add the title. You can add, sorry, the scale. You have different options. The orientation, the north arrow, for example. Yes.
No, please zoom it in.
Yeah, I will show you because in fact it depends on the zoom on the QGIS side. If you go on QGIS, which is here, and for example, if you click on the zoom here full extent, yes, and then if you go back and you should if you make a right click. Oh no, maybe here. So you have to search. Still no, because there is in fact an option.
That's definitely, I
Yeah.
can't write. Yeah.
So edit, you have to click here, and then you have here. You can edit here. So
Where is the edit icon?
so you have here the possibility to replace lorem ipsum by your title, and
Okay.
if you scroll, you should have possibility to change the font. For example, if you click here on font, you can change the color, what you want, and also the size. Right? Then, so you can try to add a scale. So add scale bar. also have the orientation, north arrow. You can add pictures. You can add shape. Like for example, you want to have a rectangle, which is like this, for example. So here, in my case, it will be on the top, so you can just here change the order, and then take rectangle, size, public, and here. So you can change the color, for example. That's all that. My map will be a little bit just to show you how it works.
From where did you add the rectangle?
Sorry?
The rectangle, where did you?
Here, add shape.
Okay, the shape.
Je vais pas partir en zone. So you can add images, let's say EMT logo. And there you go. Imagery, question. I can. Yeah, cookie. Oh, nice, it works. Yeah. Okay. Get back to adapt to the map. What? What do you mean? Wait. Then, so here in my case, I'd like to
I just
increase the size
manually
of
did it.
the map. And if you
Manually
go back to
downloaded.
QGIS,
So how do you bring this?
in fact, you can see that
It's not
the
working.
zoom on the QGIS is the same as on the map. So for example, here, if I zoom in like this,
I don't know how to do it.
if I go back to here, no, it's not much. In fact, yeah. Here in the when I click on the map, in the item properties, I have some option to set, in fact, the zoom level, depending from the QGIS side or from here the map layout side. So if I click here, for example, on set map scale to match main canvas scale, you can see that he's adapting the zoom on the one which is on QGIS side. So if I go back here and let's say I want to make a zoom to this layer, when I go back, if I click here again, I have this. All right. Okay. So now, once you made your map and you're happy with it, you will be able to save it. So first to save, so it will be saved into your project, and then you will be able to export it. So here you have some option to export So you can export as image, as SVG. You know SVG, scalable value graphic is in fact it's like vector format, but um, for printing and things like this. Like maybe you know Illustrator. So it's like AI for Illustrator. Um, so it's more for when you want to go to the step of editing, publishing something which is very nice. QGIS will be limited, and so you can export. You can also export as PDF. So you can try it as an image. So for example, it should be in PNG format, in my case. So you can define the resolution and the size of your image. So save, and you should have something like, where is it? There is no. Ah, yeah. So I have my map, which is here. You can do the same with PDF, for example. What is interesting here is that you can keep the information as a vector, so that you will have no loss of information. When you will zoom into the PDF, you will see all the geometries without any pixelization. But the only problem is that your PDF will be a bit heavy, but it's quite good. Yeah, in fact, when you have to click first on the map here, and then in the item properties,
Really? How did you manage to put the IMT logo into it?
coming on the
Copy the link or
yes, it's shared with that.
try to.
Okay, you try with PDF too.
Yeah.
So you can see that it's quite easy to export your map. And then if you want to insert to your presentation or your reports or what you want, quite simple. Okay? Perfect.
Felix, can you please help me with the logo? From the internet, I copied the image address. Yes.
Okay.
Copy image. Okay. But when I do it, the paste it's not pasting it. Even I think
Okay,
it's
so
not
now
for the
there
others
is
as well.
just there is just 20 minutes remaining. So I'm just searching what I because I prepared many of the things, but I will have to cut. Okay, so we can leave it. Leave this. Okay, so maybe the best way is you to introduce. Yeah, I think I will do this. I'm sorry, I have to adapt. We take more time on QGIS, but in fact it was necessary, so there is no problem. I wanted, before talking about the, especially the vector menu here where you have different tools, I wanted to introduce some things about what we call spatial analysis. So what I will do, in fact, I will show you some slides of this course. I will give you the course. Most of the course will be for your own culture, okay? So you can read it if you want. If you don't want to read it, no problem. But it's just a support for me to explain some things. Luis Fabian, the guy who is in charge of this data science module. So we decided that there will be no exam. Okay? Because it makes no sense to make an evaluation on only 20 hours, right? So why I'm thinking to that, everything I give you, it's for you. You take it, you don't take it, it's up to you, all right? You have the function we saw before. For example, here in the geoprocessing tool, you have the buffer function. So here, let's say we want to make a buffer around, no, I will go to building, for example. Okay, so I will just change the way I represent this information. So I have my buildings, and I want to make a buffer around this. So I will just go here, buffer. Yes. I will select my layer, so which is empty building, and you just have to specify the distance of the buffer. So here, for example, 10 meters is okay for me, and run. And you can see that I have my buffer. They are produced, and you have 10 meters from the building. Okay, so it's quite easy. So if we do the same for the roads, for example, roads, okay, it's already, and let's say for 5 meters. All right. So in a very easy way, you can, in fact, determine, for example, an influence area around the building or roads or what you want. In fact, just creating this. We can also so we will have time next week to continue this part, but you have options to make convector, to compute the difference between objects, to unify. For example, I want to unify, let's say, for example, the buffer. Which one? Maybe it's this one. I don't know. No, it was not this one. This one. Okay, for example, here I unify all the buffer that were there into one new geometry, for example. So once again, it can be useful in some types. I think it's time to leave. You are tired. I agree. I'm tired. Okay, so we can stop right now. I will upload the slides and we will continue. So next Monday morning, and please don't have an accident within 15 minutes. Okay, because you are supposed to be in course. So, no, this is no, we just need to that you can work.
Okay. Professor, I need to.
You're welcome. Thank you. Il faut y aller. Faut aller. Allez, go. Okay, so you have to choose between just copying from internet, for example, and fast. Like you know, Control C, Control V. Doesn't work. Where is your image? Let's say where is mouse? It's here. So let's say if you make a right click, copy image, and then go back. Okay. So maybe it's due to Windows. I don't know. I'm on Linux and it works well. But if you prefer, you can also save the image and then you can just click add image. And for example here, and you just have to point where is the image. And you just point to the image and if you already set it. Yeah, that's it.
And I tried.
You're welcome. See you.
Because I cannot.
Okay.
Maybe you, yeah, maybe you should wait because maybe you open it too early. You have to wait. He finished to produce the PDF maybe.
Professor, I was looking for the WGS, but it's always with something. It's not the one you use. They just
Yes, in
default
fact, the default one is 4326.
43.
43
Oh, 43.
26 and remove the WGS. Just enter 4326.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
this
this
one.
one. Okay.
Yeah, this is the default one, in fact.
Okay, and I was going to print
Yeah.
but I had some issue. I forgot to here was the option.
So new print layout.
Okay.
So just give a name to data what you want,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
then so you had the map. So click and draw a rectangle.
Yes.
Then you can add text. You can add
The
legend.
text, I had an issue in increasing the size of it because I
Ah,
tried and it's completely vanished.
okay.
Yeah.
So you have to scroll on the top.
Yeah, okay, I did that, but then it finished
Yeah.
somewhere. I think it's just moving it.
Here, yeah, but if you go, what do you want to do? You want to
I want to
increase.
increase the
So
size
you
of it,
just click
like
on, no, go down.
a map, let's suppose.
Yeah.
Okay,
So, and click on font.
font. Okay.
And then if you scroll, you can, so you have the text size here.
Oh, okay, it's here. Okay, I was looking for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But their menu are a bit strange. Even me, sometimes I'm lost in their
Okay.
menu.
And I was going to the pasting the photo, but I could not do that. Like, let's suppose this is the photo. I copy the image, and when I try
So
to,
she has the same problem. It doesn't work.
yeah,
It
it's
seems
not.
it's due to Windows. It works for me because I'm on Linux. I think it's Linux is better.
Okay.
So in this case, you have to save first on your hard
Yeah,
drive.
I saved also one. So if
Okay.
I want to
So in this
access
case,
this,
you just have to click here, draw a rectangle like this,
okay.
and then instead of SVG, you click on raster image, and then you can point here. Maybe yeah, you can point where is your image,
Okay. Okay,
and that's
great.
it.
Okay, perfect. Great. Thank you.
Welcome.
I enjoyed your class, professor, because
Thanks a lot.
I learned this from one of our professor back in my bachelor's, but during the the COVID days, so it was online classes, and yeah, but I completely relied on YouTube videos, but I really enjoyed it. I like using this.
Thanks, I'm happy. But I also made some course online during the COVID, and it was awful.